Ants News Video, November 2023. Welcome to take a glance at the interesting events and initiatives in the month of November from the Salesian world. RMG. Visit of the Rector Major to the province of Northwest Africa. From November 14th to 19th, the Rector Major Cardinal Angel Fernandez Artimi visited the newly established Salesian province of Northwest Africa. The visit focused on two countries within the province, Senegal and Gambia. Arriving in Thiès, Senegal, on 14th, the Rector Major received a warm welcome from the local Salesians and local community members. He then proceeded to Dakar, Senegal, where the visit was filled with various meetings, during which he engaged with young people, educators and the provincial council. In Gambia, the Rector Major was warmly received by local Salesians and Bishop Gabriel Mendy, Bishop of Banjul. There, his visit involved the Holy Eucharistic celebration, blessing of a school in Yuna, and interaction with local religious and the Salesian family. This visit clearly revealed his unwavering commitment to nurturing connections within the global Salesian community. Animation visit of Father Stefano Martoglio in the Philippines. From November 21st to the 26th, Father Stefano Martoglio, the vicar of the Rector Major, made his animation visit to the St. John Bosco province in North Philippines. These days were marked by a profound sense of fraternity. Beginning the visit in Makati, he traveled through various Salesian communities, oratories, technical institutes, formation houses, rehabilitation centers, parishes, and more across different cities within the province. At each stop, Father Martoglio engaged in fraternal meetings and discussions with youth, Salesians, and members of the Salesian family. The warm welcome extended by hundreds of youth, accompanied by Salesians, was a clear proof of the joy, enthusiasm, and dedicated efforts of the Salesians and the impact of the Salesian mission. Feast of Saint Artemides Zati at the Basilica of the Sacred Heart in Rome. Commemorating the first year of the canonization of Saint Artemides Zati, on November 13th, the feast day of Artemides Zati was organized, bringing together Salesians of the Generalate, the Salesian Pontifical University, and the confreres of the Central Salesian Province of Italy. The celebration commenced with the recitation of the Rosary, led by the Salesian lay brothers. Following the Rosary, a Thanksgiving Holy Eucharistic celebration began, presided over by Father Francesco Marcocchio, the rector of the Generalate. After the Holy Mass, a number of Salesians shared their testimonies that brought into limelight the virtues of Zati and the impact he had on their personal lives. The celebration concluded with a fraternal agape. Meeting with the provincials of INTERAMERICA and America South Cone. At Bogota, in Colombia, from 21st to 25th November, Brother Jean-Paul Muller, the Economer General, met all the provincial economers from the INTERAMERICA and America South Cone regions. The meeting officially began on the 22nd with representatives from 18 provinces of the region and 6 members from the Economer General's office. The discussions covered a spectrum of important topics, from the economic status of each province to the role of lay personnel. And the Economer General's team accompanied the participants on reflections on poverty, property and future planning for the respective provinces. The meeting concluded on the 25th with a visit to the shrine of the Divine Child of Bogota and a Thanksgiving Eucharist celebrated by Father John Jairo Gomez Rua, the Provincial of Colombia. Africa, Madagascar. Goma, 9th anniversary of the veteran club Don Bosco. On the 12th of November in Goma, the veteran club Don Bosco, commonly known as VC Don Bosco, celebrated its 9th anniversary. The club is made up of people from various age groups, elderly, adults, young adults and children, who all gathered from the Salesian Oratory at the Industrial Technical Institute of Goma under the guidance of Salesian brother Honorato Alonso. To commemorate the 9th anniversary, they chose to dedicate a day to the neediest in Bulengo, a large refugee camp near Goma, providing them with money, food, clothes and essentials. Their generosity deeply touched the hearts of the refugees, who warmly thanked them. Later, returning to the Technical Institute of Goma, the club members shared their reflections on their common mission and had other lighter moments of fraternity to conclude the day. Open Days in the City of Youth in Lubumbashi. Between November 4th and 5th in Lubumbashi, the Jesus Adolescent Salesian Community, in collaboration with Don Bosco Tech Africa, hosted an exciting exhibition to showcase students' skills, raise awareness about the Institute's academic excellence, and attract numerous job opportunities for them. Large number of visitors attended the event and had the opportunity to witness the diverse skills of students in agriculture, carpentry, motor mechanics, and more. Each sector of the institute presented something uniquely captivating. The occasion was graced by the presence of the Provincial of Central Africa, Father Guillermo Bazañez. Salesian Pastoral School. The inaugural session of the Salesian Pastoral School in the St. Joseph Delegation of East Central Africa took place from the 16th to the 19th of November in Goma, Congo. The formation courses had a very active participation with 75 young people and a very good number of young Salesians from the delegation. The entire 3-day program was organized by the Youth Ministry sector of East Central Africa under the leadership of Father Jean-Pierre Muhima Mutaka and Father Gauthier Shibangu. America, South Cone. Argentina, Feast of Severino Namancura. Parishioners from Viedma and San Ignacio, Argentina, paid tribute to Blessed Severino Namancura on his feast day. In Viedma, hundreds embarked on a 30-kilometer journey to Severino's hermitage, guided by Bishop Esteban Laxague. Meanwhile, in San Ignacio, thousands came together for a 3-day celebration commemorating Severino's beatification. The festivities included pilgrimages to the places of Severino, which culminated with a grand procession attended by hundreds of pilgrims and dignitaries on horseback to Cultrum for the concluding Holy Mass, presided over by Bishop Fernando Cruchato. Through these collective efforts, both communities came together to honor Severino's enduring legacy of hope and spirituality. Brazil. The 27th Salesian Youth Festival. From 24th to 26th November in Recife, at the Sacred Heart College, the Salesians and Daughters of Mary Help of Christians from Northeast Brazil organized a vibrant event to celebrate 27th Salesian Youth Festival and the 25th anniversary of the Salesian Youth Movement of the province. Over 900 young people actively participated in this jubilant gathering, which had spiritual activities, reflective sessions, and other engaging events and moments of animation characterized by much humor and relaxation. The festival concluded at the Boa Vista Theatre with a cultural event uniting youth and leaving lasting bonds among the youth in the province. Belo Horizonte, Provincial Assembly of the Salesian Youth Movement. The annual Salesian Youth Movement Assembly of the Salesian province of St. John Bosco, Brazil, took place from the 17th to 19th November at the Salesian Institute in Belo Horizonte. The assembly was attended by nearly 29 youth leaders from various Salesian centers within the province. During the assembly, Father Natale Vitali, the provincial superior, discussed with the youth leaders who had gathered about the guiding principles of the Salesian youth movement. Additionally, they conducted the election of the Salesian Youth Movement Provincial Council. Manaus, 25th anniversary of the Salesian Youth Movement. On November the 15th, at Colégio Dom Bosco Center, the Salesians, along with the young people of the Salesian Missionary Province of Amazonia in Manaus, Brazil, celebrated the 25th anniversary of the Salesian Youth Movement in the province. The event saw the participation of over 300 young people from various Salesian institutes in the province. The day was filled with a Thanksgiving Holy Eucharistic celebration, followed by entertainment programs featuring music, dance, theater, and a magic show. The festivities concluded with the prayer of consecration to Our Lady, where the young people expressed their gratitude to Mary Help of Christians. East Asia, Oceania. Philippines North, Salesian Missionary Day 2023. On the 11th of November, the Salesians of the Philippines North Province celebrated the 148th anniversary of the Salesian Missionary Expedition at the Roderick Flores Hall in Don Bosco Technical Institute, Mandaluyong City, focusing on the theme Care of Creation, Our Mission. The day marked a significant moment, emphasizing ongoing efforts to address the ecological emergency and raise awareness among educators about their role in fostering comprehensive human development, integral ecological awareness, and societal change. The event spotlighted exemplary approaches to reducing carbon footprints, alleviating the effects of climate change, and aiding victims of ecological disasters. Finally, the event concluded with an address by Father Gerard Martin, the provincial. Philippines South, East Asia, Oceania, Salesian Family Meet. At Cebu City, in the province of Philippines South, From the 9th to the 12th of November, delegates from the Salesian family across East Asia, Oceania gathered together for this meeting centered on the theme Walking Together as a Salesian Family. Representatives from various branches, including Salesians, Daughters of Mary Help of Christians, Salesian Cooperators, and other Salesian family members, actively engaged in discussions. Over the three-day meeting, leaders from different sectors of the Salesian family, Father Miguel Angel Garcia Morcuende, Brother Dominic Dugnam Nguyen, Father Francis Gustilo, Sister Leslie Sandigo, and Sister Lucrecia Uribe helped the participants understand and reflect on the challenges faced by the region's Salesian family, its identity, and its correlation with youth ministry. The reflections shared between those responsible for youth ministry and those responsible for the animation of the Salesian family contributed to the meeting's success. Vietnam Province Missionary Day. On November 22nd, the Provincial Missionary Day of Vietnam South took place in Saigon and the Highlands. Both programs were well organized. The Mission Day in the Saigon Western region was held at Don Bosco Xuan Hiep community with the presence of over 500 Salesian family members and well-wishers. The Provincial of Salesians and Mother Superior of Daughters of Mary Help of Christians graced the event with their presence, amplifying its significance. The event was characterized by lively and realistic sharing of different testimonies and insights from respected speakers on mission. The highlight of the program was the Mass presided over by the Provincial Father Barnabas. The event concluded with a fraternal agape. South Asia region. Siliguri Innovation 2023. In Siliguri, India, the Salesian College Siliguri campus hosted the 10th edition of Innovation on November 8th and 9th. This year's celebration aimed to support world peace through music and culture. Father Babu Joseph, the principal, inaugurated the event by offering prayers for the flood victims in Sikkim, the earthquake victims in Nepal, and those affected by violence in Manipur. He also prayed for peace in conflict zones like Russia, Ukraine, and Israel, Palestine. The celebration brought together over 200 students from 10 universities, showcasing their talents in singing, rap, painting, dancing, and fashion. The first day featured Obsession, a youth band from Darjeeling, while the second day was filled with excitement as DJ Shelly, a Dubai-based artist, took charge, infusing the atmosphere with dynamic beats and energy. Shillong 100 years of Don Bosco Technical School, Shillong. Don Bosco Technical School, Shillong celebrated its 100th anniversary with a grand 3-day event from 9th to the 11th of November. The festivities showcased 100 years of technical education, character building, and community service offered by the Institute. On this great occasion, past pupils, current students, teachers, and well-wishers gathered to honor the school's legacy. Several dignitaries, including Dr. Ampareen Lyngdoh, a cabinet minister from Meghalaya, graced the occasion. The event featured speeches, songs, and dances reflecting on the school's achievements, its impact on students' lives, and its vision for the future. The festivities culminated on a spiritual note with a heartfelt Holy Eucharistic celebration led by Archbishop Victor Lyngdoh expressing gratitude to God for a century of blessings. Third International Conference on Education. From November 21st to 23rd, the Don Bosco Institute at Jaipur campus, Guwahati, organized its third International Conference for School Principals and Educative Administrators. The theme of this year's conference was Reshaping School Leadership in the Time of New Technologies and Political Changes. This year's program had 147 attendees, bringing together school leaders, educators, and policymakers from all over India and nearby countries. The conference encouraged the exchange of insights and best practices in school leadership, encompassing curriculum development, teaching methodologies, technology integration, and student well-being. Undoubtedly, this conference stood as a significant juncture in the legacy of Don Bosco Institute, establishing a model for educational leadership and innovation. Bangalore, Youth Unite in Harmony, CUL-X 2023. On 25th and 26th November, the Don Bosco Youth Services of India, in collaboration with the Regional Youth Ministry Department of Karnataka, organized CUL-X 2023 to celebrate diverse cultures and unity. Over 150 youth, along with many Salesians from neighboring Salesian provinces like Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Telangana, gathered for this two-day event. The first day of the event included exploring Bangalore's landmarks, a campfire and dinner, filling the day with cultural adventures. The second day was lively with a fancy dress contest, videos showcasing heritage, and group sessions sharing cultural insights. CUL-X 2023 was more than a meeting. It was a bridge uniting hearts through shared experiences, proving how culture connects everyone. Central and Northern Europe. Poland. 19th province level futsal tournament for altar boys in Piła. On November 4th, the Salesian House in Piła, Poland, buzzed with Salesian sports once again. This time, it hosted the 19th province-level futsal tournament for altar boys, attracting 24 communities and over 300 participants. The day kicked off at the Church of the Holy Family with a special Holy Mass led by Father Jakub Marek, the provincial delegate for the altar boys. Following the Mass, the games commenced across 6 sports venues divided by age groups. For the Salesians, watching these games as spectators, it brought them immense joy and no small surprise to see their boys emerge from the groups and compete in the final round. Meeting of Young Oratory Leaders. During the weekend of 11th and 12th November in Poland, the Salesian Oratory at Poznan organized a formation course on the theme A Dream Come True for over 300 young oratory leaders. On the first day, participants showcased traditional dances accompanied by music performed by the Salesian Sound System Group. Later, they had a special moment for prayers and adoration of the Blessed Sacrament. The following day, the youth engaged in diverse thematic round tables, including an evangelization meeting for the first-time auditory attendees, a biblical discussion, sessions on missionary work and patriotism, coinciding with Poland's independence anniversary. The day culminated in a vibrant display of unity through a procession showcasing flags from various auditories, patriotic melodies, and the cherished national dance. Inter-America region. Peru, the first interactive photo exhibition. On 10th November in Lima, Peru, a unique photo exhibition called Church, Courtyard and Sea, 100 Years of Magdalena del Mar's Parish was opened at the Municipal Palace. It was the first ever interactive photo exhibition for Don Bosco's mission in Peru. This commemorative photographic exhibition was made possible by the Salesian Historical Archive of Peru, Magdalena del Mar's municipality, and the Sacred Heart of Jesus Parish. The display had showcased 100 rare photos marking the centennial of the Sacred Heart of Jesus Parish, founded in 1923, while 10 photos were displayed at the Municipal Palace until 30th November. All 100 could be seen virtually with QR codes that linked to explanation videos. 130 years of Salesian presence in Venezuela. At Valencia in Venezuela, the Jubilee year marking 130 years of Salesian presence in Venezuela commenced on 18th November. During the celebration, the humble beginnings of the Salesian mission in Venezuela, the struggles, the blessings, and the guidance of God and Mary help of Christians throughout the long journey were reflected. Surrounded by many Salesians, Salesian family members, and well-wishers, the inaugural Holy Eucharistic celebration of the Jubilee year was presided over by Father Hugo Orozco, Counselor for the Inter-America region. Bolivia. First edition of the International Salesian Integration Games. On November 2nd, the first edition of the International Salesian Games of Integration took place at Don Bosco College in Santa Cruz de la Sierra, Bolivia. The event united over 250 athletes from various schools, including Salesian Santa Teresa College in Corumba, Brazil, and 3 other Salesian schools. The games featured basketball, volleyball, and futsal competitions. Students from Brazil traveled over 660 kilometers by bus to participate in the tournament. During this occasion, the participants had the opportunity to visit the parish of Mary Help of Christians and other Salesian communities in Santa Cruz de la Sierra, Bolivia. This event truly cultivated a beautiful and joyful spirit among Salesian youth through such events. Ecuador. National Meeting of Missionary Groups. From November 9th to 11th, the National Meeting of Missionary Groups took place in Riobamba, Ecuador, with the participation of over 200 young people. The theme for this year's meeting was Ecological Spirituality. During the program's formation sessions, participants engaged in personal prayer, Holy Eucharistic Adoration, Holy Mass, and were encouraged to reflect, collaborate in group activities, and commit to promoting and caring for the common home, Mother Nature. One of the central activities of the meeting involved the young participants' missionary experiences at the parish of Punin in the city of Riobamba. They had the opportunity to visit communities in the parish, listen to the life stories of the locals, and share their reflections on environmental stewardship with them.
Mediterranean region.
Rome. The 15th Corsa dei Santi, a run for solidarity and youth development. In Rome, on the solemnity of All Saints, over 3,500 participants joined the 15th Corsa dei Santi, a race celebrating All Saints near St. Peter's Square. The event aimed to highlight the values of the Salesian tradition, promote sport, and address a humanitarian cause. The race covered 10 kilometers and showcased the beauty of Rome, which is both fascinating and challenging, with several ups and downs and the different pavements of the historic center of the capital. The proceeds of this year's race was to support the Missione Don Bosco's project to build a sports complex in Guinea Conakry, emphasizing solidarity, youth development, and social inclusion in the world. France. 12th edition of Don Bosco Youth and Families 2023. In Samoëns, France, the 12th edition of Don Bosco Youth and Families took place from October 28th to November the 1st at the AEC Holiday Village. The event drew over 290 participants, including children, young people, and adults. The day's activities were led by 20 animators from the Salesian Youth Movement and 2 coordinators. The event was characterized by rich reflections, lively animations, moments of prayer, sharing of faith testimonies accompanied by the melodies of an orchestra that provided both musical and liturgical entertainment. Many Salesians and Daughters of Mary Help of Christians also attended the event to support and guide young people and adults. Spain. Second Congress of Youth Centers. Over the weekend of November 4th and 5th, the Salesian House in Lyon hosted the second Congress of Youth Centers from the St. James the Greater Province, Spain. Around 100 participants, including rectors, coordinators, and animators from 38 different youth centers, gathered in various groups for discussions and reflections. The event commenced with a prayer led by Father José Carlos Sobejano, the provincial coordinator of missionary and vocational animation, welcomed by Father Pedro Hernandez, the national coordinator of youth centers, and the message by Father Fernando Garcia Sanchez, the provincial superior. The Congress concluded with group discussions on reshaping youth centers and planning for future National Youth Congress. Savio Club at Colle Don Bosco. At Colle Don Bosco in Turin, on the weekend of November 4th and 5th, hundreds of young boys and girls from middle schools around Piedmont gathered to participate in the Savio Club. During the intensive 2-day event, the young participants, guided by their leaders, studied the secrets of Dominic Savio's holiness. The program integrated elements that Don Bosco himself always emphasized: play, fellowship, formation, enjoyment, the Holy Eucharist, and the participation in the sacrament of confession. Turin. Salesian Youth Movement Day at Valdocco. In Turin, Italy, on November the 19th, Hundreds of young people from various Salesian communities in Piedmont and Valle d'Aosta gathered at Valdoco for the Salesian Youth Movement Day in the province. Father Claudio Borghio, the chaplain of the Beccariac Juvenile Prison in Milan and founder of the Kairos Shelter community, was the special guest for this year's Salesian Youth Movement Day. With his wealth of experiences, Father Claudio engaged in a face-to-face dialogue with the youth at the Grand Theatre in Valdoco, encouraging them to lead a fulfilling life. Later, in smaller age-based groups, the youth were given the opportunity to ask questions. The most touching moment of the event occurred during the time set aside for confessions. Following lunch and enjoyable activities, the day concluded with a moment of prayer and thanksgiving to God at the Basilica of Mary Help of Christians. That's all we have for you in this November edition of Ant's News Video. Please do share it with your friends, young people, collaborators, and community members. See you soon in the December edition of Ant's News Video. Thank you.